warm welcome to you again, our viewers this week. Welcome to the Link edition for this week. We always promise to give you information that you can use and opportunities around your business and around your money. And we promise you we'll try to keep that promise so that you get value. We want to thank Airtel Money and Airtel Uganda, our sponsors, for the link. And if you've noticed, if you want to buy stuff online, renew subscriptions, for instance, if you have PDF and you want to go from the free to the one you pay for, which gives you more value in your business, and any other online solutions, you don't need to have a physical card, so that when they ask you to pay, they ask for your digits so that you can pay online. No, you can do it out of your Airtel Money SIM card, your Airtel Money wallet, meaning that when you have your usual wallet, you have another one for doing online business, which is called a virtual card, and you can use it by moving money from your wallet, this other the usual one, to the other one, and you can just transact right on your phone. Let it be renewing Netflix, etc. And we thank Airtel for providing for that solution. Coming back to our discussion this week, we are discussing taxation. And if you're in rentals, if you have a pen and paper, please grab it. Or if you're anticipating investing in rentals. And my guest tonight is Miss Patricia Chigundu, who is the tax manager from PwC. Patricia, welcome.
Thank you very much, and thank you for hosting us. Greetings from PwC. All
right. I know that many people, when they do their savings, they want to go into rentals. Let me just put some things there, they say, so that in case on a rainy day I can have a fallback position.
Yeah.
But you are here to tell us that you need to know certain things about tax. Let's start with me, the individual, Patricia. I want to invest in rentals, I have my savings and what? What are the things that, what are the realities I'm going to encounter, especially tax-wise?
Thank you, Sam. Rental tax is something very pertinent and very significant, as I've already mentioned. And as I agree with you, you wake up in the morning and you say, you know what, me as Sam, I want another source of income. And maybe you could say, I want to build my home. I want to have a family home, my village home, be it as it may. And that, as we know, that is free from tax. But where you come in and say, I want to have another kind of income, put up my apartments, or put up small structures, what we call the mizigo, in quotes. Or you may say, behind my beautiful home, I want to let it out and have people to stay in it. Now, I will try and make it as simple as possible. If I say that I'm earning rent from my tenants, or someone is occupying my land, or I let out my land and someone is occupying it, or someone is staying in apartments that I built, or downtown, you have a business and you have tenants who are living in it. That is what we term as rental income. Now the taxman is saying that that income that you're earning should be taxed. And I think it was a challenge for the government before the changes as of 1st of July 2022, where they felt they were not collecting enough, especially from the individuals, some or myself, or a corporate landlord who is running a building or is running a mall. And I would like to speak on the individuals. Now, the individuals, government felt their tax regime shouldn't be complicated. Let's simplify it. Let's make their filings, compliance a little bit easy. One, it's hard to track me or track Sam if you're chasing me to pay tax on my income. Where will you find me? I may not even have a team. You will not even find me. So they try to encourage voluntary compliance from individuals. So government said, as of 1st July 2022, what is the law? What is the change in law for individuals who are running a muzigo, I'm running apartments, and I'm a tenant, and this person who is earning that income is actually a landlord. So the law said, okay, we're not going to accept you to claim any expenses or any losses that you may incur on you owning those apartments if they exceed 2.8 million.
So that means, Patricia, if I do painting, fixing, plumbing,
No.
it cannot exceed 2.8.
Now, let me just pause there. So, if your annual rent is 2.8 million,
okay,
from January to December, Jan to December, month 1, 235, month 2, 235. If it doesn't exceed 2.8 million, the taxman is saying you don't pay me any tax.
So the total rent for me who owns rentals for the year, 2.8, no tax.
No tax.
Okay.
No, if it's below 2.8.
Okay, 2.8.
Yeah.
Yes, I get
Anything above
I pay tax.
2.8 million, you pay tax.
Okay.
Now, the only deduction they are giving you as an individual is just a deduction of 2.8 million. Meaning, you as Sam, in those apartments that you're running, you could be paying commission agents.
Yes.
Let me even make it bigger. I might have gone to the bank to get a loan.
Yeah.
And that loan is accruing interest. And the bank is going to demand me that interest. But as an individual, let me just put it in plain numbers.
Yeah.
In a year, you have earned 200 million as your annual rent.
Yeah.
200 million. I thought you would say amen to that. Okay, yeah, in a year.
Just remaining cool, eh?
In a year, from apartments that you run in Munyonyo, you have your annual rate as 200 million. The taxman is telling you that out of the 200 million, you only have a deduction of 2.8, irrespective of the expenses that you have incurred.
You're using the word deduction. What are you meaning? What is this deduction? Let's first clear that. What is this deduction?
So let me use simple numbers.
Yes.
You have 200 million.
Yes.
A deduction, I mean, that they've given you that 2.8 as an allowance.
Okay.
So I get my 200 million minus my 2.8. I get about 197 million.
Yes.
These are the expenses that have incurred: interest, commission,
which may
etc.
be above the 2.8.
Exactly. The law is telling you, I'm only giving you 2.8. And then they're taxing you at a flat rate of 12%.
Hey.
Compare it with other countries, which is 7.5, like Kenya. Just an example.
Yes.
So meaning that the rate of 12%, one, it's high, but a majority of Ugandans have borrowed money to see those beautiful apartments that people are living in, which rent is also not cheap, because if the landlord is suffering from a tax perspective, it's going to go down to the common man. You and me who are living in those apartments, today my rent is 1.2. Tomorrow it's going to be 1.5. Saying he has to cater for the taxes he has to pay to the taxman.
And regardless of his costs.
Regardless of the costs. You can imagine how much money or investment that someone has put into a rental. Even if it was a mizigo.
And yet under tax justice is that when I have my costs realistically,
exactly, you should be allowing me those expenses. So that the law is unfair.
So as a single person, a single investor, my income might be hit.
Yes.
Because of the tax.
Of the tax. Now, I don't know what the plan is. And maybe the outcry is not hard enough. But the expenses that someone is incurring, if you don't give me everything, at least look at the people who have borrowed money in financial institutions.
And there is
to
proof.
Put up yes, there is proof. Some people are even on mortgages, and there is mortgage interest they have to pay. So how does someone...
interest is a cost.
It's a cost.
However, it can be above the 2.8 million.
Exactly.
The taxman doesn't want to know.
It doesn't want to know. But Sam, let's also talk about the fact that there are property taxes.
Yes.
Property.
Before we go to property taxes, we're going to come back after the break, Patricia, and talk about the other burden that I have, me who is in rentals. We'll come back, viewers, after this short break and continue on the trouble you can get if you delve into investing in rentals. Welcome back from the break, and we thank Airtel once again for bankrolling this show to make sure we give you information. We're discussing rental tax and the trouble you're going to get once you decide to put your savings or put your investment in rentals. Patricia, you're talking about before the break, what did you call it? Property tax.
Yes.
That's another tax.
Now, let's look at it this way. Property rates range between 1% to 6%.
Okay.
That I pay of my gross.
Okay.
That I pay to the municipality.
What is the gross here? Is it gross for the year?
Gross for the year.
So the total
yes.
rental income, the municipalities are going to ask for, you said
depending on, between 1% to 6%, depending on the area or the location.
Okay.
So the municipalities that we know, the main one that we know is Kampala City Authority.
And may I live in Chirawo.
So you wake up in the morning, you have to pay the taxman, the 12%.
Yeah.
Then you also have the property rates that you have to pay.
Yeah.
Now, I don't claim a deduction. Sorry for using such terms.
All right.
I don't claim a deduction.
My costs are not considered.
Yes, including the property rates that you have to pay to the KCC authority.
So technically, when the municipality asks for taxes from me, maybe it's a 6%. It must be a tax. It must be cost deductible before I pay tax to URA.
That's what we thought it should be. Because, for instance, not to put you away from rental.
Yes.
If I have local services tax that I'm paying on my employment taxes, which we know that is what I pay to the local authority,
yes.
I get a deduction for it, which from a pay-as-you-earn perspective. Exactly. So why is the same not applied to rental? And it not only affects the landlord, it puts up the cost of living to the man on the street.
Yes.
Today the muzigo was 50, tomorrow it's going to be 150.
Because of the tax.
Because of the taxes, but because of the high expenses that you're putting into that investment, and yet you can't claim a deduction for it. And yet the rate also is high. It's 12%.
So ideally, what would it be like? The taxman should allow these deductions, or look at the numbers. Let's go to the corporate
corporate landlord.
Who is the corporate landlord, by the way?
So a corporate landlord is someone who is registered as a company.
Okay.
For instance,
Patricia and
Company Limited.
Yes.
I run a mall. But I registered that mall under a corporate entity as a company.
Not me. But the company
But the company, yes. But of course it has directors, but I have a company runs that mall or runs the apartments.
Yes.
Now, government felt similar that with individuals, that they were not getting enough from those corporate landlords, similar to individuals. But then the main incentive for changing that law effective 1st July 2022 was because they wanted to take away the overclaiming of those expenses.
Who was overclaiming? The companies?
Well, they're not overclaiming because those are actual expenses that someone has incurred. Let me just give an example.
Yes.
We love how beautiful the city looks like. Look at how Kamocha changed when we had Acacia Mall.
Yes.
Just an example.
Yes.
Everything changed about it. But you can imagine for such a project, how much has someone invested in that project?
Quite a few billions.
Quite a few billions. And what the law is telling them, that the expenses and losses that you can claim or that have been incurred in setting up that facility are capped at 50%.
Okay.
So let me just give you an example.
50% of what?
50% of rent.
Ah, yes.
Of your gross rent.
So
let me just
give me an example.
Let me just give you an example. Again, I have my 200 million as my annual rent. Then I have expenses, electricity, water, etc., repairs, maintenance, all those expenses.
Including the local authorities?
Yeah, all those expenses. Maybe the total is 125.
Yes.
The law is telling me that I can only claim expenses up to 50%.
Which is 100 million.
Which is 100 million.
So the other 20 you die in it.
So I get my 100 and then I compute the 30% on it, and what I'm paying the taxman is 30 million. Now, when will that business ever be profitable for the kind of investment that they have put in? We're not forgetting that most of those beautiful buildings that we see are under loans.
The turnover,
they're being financed.
Yes, yes.
Which interest the bank will not tell you, let me forgive you today, or pick up the money tomorrow.
So Patricia,
the expenses are there. They are actual reality of expenses.
And we present them, but the law has capped.
Has capped them at 50%.
Now I'm in that situation, Patricia. The law has not changed yet. People are listening to you. What do I do? I'm stuck. How do I do? What do I do?
I will not give that advice.
I come to PwC
I will
help
not,
me with the numbers.
I will not give that advice. But all I can say is that the law, when government was talking about the budget for FY 2025-2026, they did mention that one of the tax measures that they had in mind was to make the tax environment predictable, consistent, voluntary compliancy, fair. Have they looked at the rental tax to make it fair? Or are they still thinking that they're not collecting enough? Most of these changes to affect you and me have to be done in the law. I can't just wake up in the morning and say, these numbers favor me, let me invest. What about the law behind it?
So we might be curtailing investment even without noticing it, and then raising also the cost of living.
Exactly.
Because for us who are renting.
But also, government wants to make Uganda a tourist hub. That's a catalyst. If you have infrastructure that is top notch, people like going on vacations to Dubai, to wherever.
Talk about Dubai.
Why not Uganda? Why not your city here? It should be a tourist attraction. We're even admiring our neighbors, Kenya, Rwanda. I'm enjoying to see whatever I'm seeing. But we can make Uganda and Kampala, our city, with the buildings that we've seen so far, beautiful. If maybe the law sort of favors that kind of investment.
So the issue is in the law. I was thinking as you spoke, Patricia, Airbnb, there are so many people going there. Am I also in this kind of thing? Does this affect me?
Yes, it does, of course. Because you're accommodating what? People. You're getting, someone is leasing, you're letting out something for property, for someone to occupy it. But I think the main thing here, I think we haven't talked about it, maybe we haven't talked about it enough. But for the people downtown, I can imagine the malls that are there. The pain. The pain.
Not only downtown, you go to Chihuahua there,
exactly.
the whole
Yes. Post-COVID, the landlords were saying down there, people could not afford the rent. There were waivers for them. But even then, the landlords were demanding for the rent, irrespective, because they're also suffering, paying interest to their banks. Now, what are we going to do about that? Good question.
Let me do, I know you will not recommend.
I'll pass on the question to you.
Let me recommend it. I think that there might be a genuine case, and the taxman may not be sensitive to it until those who are feeling the pain come together.
Exactly.
Present evidence, and the taxman has proven, government has proven to be sensitive sometimes, especially when you show them the economics on the larger economy, on the impact of a tax, which can be regressive and not progressive. So Patricia won't say it, but for me, I'm a journalist, a businesswoman at that, I will tell you, come together and put together your case. And the government has a tendency to do pre-budget hearings and present your case and present the economics. When you go as individuals and complain, they will not listen. But if you go together, if you are able to form together and go as a group, they could listen. I can speak because I've been here 20 years doing business, and I know, I've seen manufacturers have moved. Other people have moved. Casita, they have moved because they're together. So it's something that you can do. Patricia won't tell you, but I'm telling you, if you're in rentals and you are feeling the pinch. We don't want to continue beyond that. This is our time. We hope we added value to you on the rental issue. You're investing in rentals, those are the realities you are going to face, as Patricia did outline, especially along the tax issues. And I hope the taxman can hear this issue. That was the link, and we want to thank Airtel Money for bankrolling us. Please, if you want to do transactions online, use the virtual wallet, if you like, the virtual card. You have two wallets on your phone, on your Airtel Money phone, SIM card. You have one, the usual shillings, and then you have the other one where you can transact in pounds, in dollars, and so on, so that you can buy stuff from out there. We hope we added value to you again. That was the link. Thank you for joining us tonight.